everybody. Welcome back to Nier. Got some food in me. I'm starting a little bit later than I normally do, but I'm here. Yeah, last time we saved the prince, met some wolfies. Whew. Alrighty then. I just don't remember where else we need to go. I think talk to Kaine. Hello, how you doing? Seems a little bit loud, I think. Hold on. It's really loud in my ears. Oh, sound. Whew. That should be fine. Man, I still can't believe Zan had beaten this so many times already. It's just crazy. There's the wolfies. I'm gonna beat their ass. Who's a good doggy? Forget how to lock on. R3, yeah. Oh, you running. Ooh, he did. Did I?
I suppose rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Oh, it's my speaker.
Those rules are important to the masked people.
Whoops.
You don't say.
I do. And I think it's important we respect that.
Well, well. The boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Ooh, he did. Cool.
Boy, I'm not a kid, you know.
Hey, less talking, more walking.
Oh, shiny. Let's get it. Oh, damn. Okay. Why, hello again, Funky. How are you? Hey, it's Kiro. How you guys doing? Hiyo. Got some food in me still. And then I was watching The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. Kind of lost track of time. I was like, oh shit, it's past 6. Let's play some Nier. God damn it. Season 4 is hella good. And man, is it a butt pucker. I'll tell you what. Ripped some characters already. Just started episode 3. Yes! Come back. Bitch. Come back. Got him. How am I? I'm doing a little bit better now that I've actually eaten something. I think that was my problem, but I was just not hungry really earlier, but... Oh, she killed him! Run! Taco Bell. Got a quesadilla. It's quite tasty. Yeah. Oh shit! Didn't even see you. Come back! Yeah. Food does tend to help. I didn't eat a lot. It was just a little baby quesadilla. You know, like the dollar ones. Mangy. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. I think I ask that already? Boink. Can't remember if I have to go talk to my sister. Yeah. Did I plant anything else? I don't think I did. Cheep, cheep. Cheep, cheep. I want to pick them up so bad. Come here, bird. Bark, bark. You're in the water, bro. Sounds like exactly like the cuckoos from Legend of Zelda. Cheep, cheep. Money. Hell yeah. Money. Defense drop. Useful.
Yona,
Oh, hey,
how are you feeling?
better now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Sure, I'll stay.
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Aw, she's so happy.
Yeah, Yona, I'll stay.
Yay!
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
That is adorable. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. Sounds kinky. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S. Then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I am looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. God, this sounds so terrible. I can't follow them. Damn it, I can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do this for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of Myth. Ooh, is that the little forest area I found? The next morning, ... Sexy time! Damn it.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Damn it, where did my slippers go? Fuck, they're all the way over there. Whatever.
Morning.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Not even 10 minutes into my stream and I'm already being silly AF. Man.
What kind of game?
Sexy
It
game?
was called Guess the Words. I
Darn.
think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
Hopefully you weren't playing doctor. Yeah, that's a little weird, playing doctor with my sister. But if it's a significant other, wink wink. Like, ouch, my butt hurts. Can you rub it for me? Man. Oh, in her dream? Oh, I got you.
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
Sure.
Did somebody order a watermelon?
Yay! You're the best.
Anything else you need?
Actually, I need a pumpkin.
This bitch.
All right then. 1 pumpkin coming right up.
Did you find my pumpkin yet?
Damn it. This bitch. I knew I should have bought it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Dang it. Just buy one of everything.
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
Your Yona certainly has some eccentric tastes.
She's always been that way. But if that's what she wants, that's what I'll get.
Being an older brother appears to be a difficult job.
I just need to see her smile. Then it's all worth it.
So, I know in my last stream, Dragon was here, and he was talking about this being technically the 4th game of the series, because there's Drakengard 1, 2, and 3. I totally fucking forgot about those goddamn games, and I've never actually played them myself, but I did end up looking it up, and this game and Automata mention those games like here and there, but you absolutely do not need to play those games to play these. So Drakengard 2 is not linked to 1 and 2, so you don't necessarily have to play them in order. Drakengard 1 was just a standalone game, and then Drakengard 3 was a prequel to the first one. And I guess I can't remember if it was Drakengard 1 or Drakengard 3 with one of the secret endings you can get. It was really super hard to get because you have to like unlock every weapon. And that's super hard to do, I guess. But in one of those games, when you get that ending, it's like one of the last endings. I guess you have to get all the endings. You have to do like the secret ending and whatever. But apparently that ending is what the beginning of this game is. But it's not. I know how Dragon is. He's such a shithead. But we love him anyway. So that kind of bugged me, but I did end up looking that up like earlier this morning before I took my nap. You think it's 3, Kiro? But yeah. So to clarify, you don't have to fucking play Drakengard 1, 2, and 3 to play this one. And I did totally forget that, because I played Automata like 4 years ago, right when it came out, because I was super excited and I had to play it like right away. But I totally forgot that 2B is really 2E. Like she took the identity of 2B. It's like, fuck. How could I forget that? Hey, it's Ann! How you doing? How you doing, girl? But yeah, so figured I'd explain that a little bit. You're all good? Good. That's wonderful. We're gonna go talk to our girl Popola. Popola. But Zen, now that you are finally done with Nier, I'll be there more often, ma'am. I do apologize about my absence. Yeah, I know. You were trying to do all the endings, right?
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
You did? Dearest Popola. I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream. What? In Dream the Village. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. What? That is such a weird end of the sentence. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice, Dream, on the matter. Oh, I got you. Recently there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream. Jesus. And dream, someone dream. You'd want to see all the hot police officers?
That
Girl,
is certainly one bizarre piece
girl,
of
I am
writing.
down. Are you playing another, fuck, I totally had the name in my head. Visual novel?
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area
Sweet.
up north.
I am there. I took today off work because I felt like shit, but I will be there tomorrow in the AM for sure.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people.
Oh, is it new?
Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
Girl, you gotta add me on the Switch.
I'll check it out.
You will?
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, do
Oh, well, all right. Thank you.
I? Alright, weird letter. Open sesame. Thank you. Oh, bright white light. Oh, the hot police officers. I'll have to Google it. I will be the judge. Ugh, yeah. Whew. Aw, man, I gotta go this way. It's not just a thirst trap, is it? Is it an actually good game? Oh, she fell. I never noticed that in the loading screen. That's quite funny. It is actually a good game? Okay, cool. Kaine girl, how you doing? I think in my last stream I had her actually looking like 2B. It was pretty cool. Especially if you like mystery and crime solving. I am down. Whee! I'm going the right way. Sweet. Whoops, sorry. Whoops. Story is pretty dark. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. Nah. Oh crap. Can we jump? Sure can't. Zoom zoom, bitch. Whee, the wide turns are awful. I thought I was gonna hit the wall. I am down for a dark mystery crime. You streaming tomorrow morning, Zan? Please say yes. Alright, let's save it. Yeah, it is a 4 charging, you're right. You are sweet. As always, you know I'm gonna be working and lurking. I'm always listening. Hello, sir! Wow, you actually want to talk to me this time. I came here before and nobody wanted to say anything.
Beware.
Wow, ominous. Beware!
Beware the words.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, one of the downfalls to the Joy-Cons and the Switch itself is that the battery life does not last very long.
The words? What do you mean?
Pro controller for the win. It is totally worth the investment. I know they're hella expensive, but I finally just bought one like 3-4 months ago, I want to say. Probably 2 months ago? I don't know.
Contagious words.
Contagious words.
Those who dream.
Are the Faith still dreaming? What?
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Did we just learn a new word?
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
Why, who are you? Well, I'm David Hasselhoff. Oh, please tell me you guys have seen SpongeBob
We
the
heard
movie.
something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
Now that we're men.
If you can speak to me,
This part is fun for
I
you.
must have caught you in my dream.
I don't remember this part at all.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. I mean, if they're hot, sexy dreams. No regrets. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Vice stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching
Now
slightly.
see here. Are you saying that we have been
Now see here.
absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the Death Dream?
Oh, snap. Before the mayor could confirm Nier's suspicion, Vice exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous.
Preposterous.
Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's
My
remarks.
remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
Fool! Baka! The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Nier had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Something dark side. Nier and Vice racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless
Grimoire
conversations.
Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seemed to sting
It
his
does
pride.
not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
I'm sorry. I had a Pepsi. I can't help it. I'm a little bloated. Jesus. Irritated, Vice looked skyward as if searching for answers in the
I was
heavens.
doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
This is silly. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Nier like a contagion. Wait, said Nier suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words? What was it? It was about dreaming or something that dreams, or, oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few minutes of thought, Nier's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. Must have been a pretty deep pocket, if you know what I mean. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Nier. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Vice immediately fired back. I applaud the force of... I can't do his fucking voice. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his eyes unfocused, staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said, to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free, and I won't stop trying until it happens. Nier nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said Nier, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence! Cried Weiss. The Grimoire looked from Nier to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident. Thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in the stream without your knowing of it, but yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said, you're right, I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine. Excuse me, that was really gross. And dreams are the fuel. You can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. I'm sorry. It was gonna happen anyway. It's a lot of talking. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he cried at the departing forms of Nier and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Nier slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought. But where? Nier's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. Jesus. More than once, he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. The text adventure, I know, right? Jesus Christ. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Nier to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Nier snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk, bitch. Nier leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Nier slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? Nier could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as Nier's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. I'm not doing that sound. Not doing that either. Nope. Nah. Cheek, cheek! As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Nier began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. One with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Buy my pages! Is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it's sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? What? A secret? Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, Nier sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret, right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Nier like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest anthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. I need sounds. Nah. Maybe next time. Pleased at passing the test, Nier moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest had accepted us, huh? Said Nier after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Nier picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Damn, I haven't done that in a long time. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. Nier gritted his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? The moon? Sunlight? Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look! Cried Nier, awaking Vice from his daze. Good lord, I'm already over all this goddamn reading. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Nier walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Nier, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon. The end the night with 3. What am I? Nier tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Nier. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. So it's the shadow. Technically. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor! Cried Nier. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Nier watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Nier and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it! You actually made it back! I have not once seen anyone say good gravy in a video game I've ever played my whole entire life. His left hand grasped Nier's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. Gah! By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Unless it was man gravy. Nier withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream's seal, he said. At least, I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Nier filled him in on the details. Ooh. That was a weak-ass burp. Hold on. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Nier cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Nier and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Weiss. It is words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they may seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I've felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Nier shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and became trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Nier and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on his unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as the Sealed Verse. Nier and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Nier mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left with them. I'm so tired. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. Nier tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figured it's just some kind of illusion created by the Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Nier gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of
Oh,
all.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for fucking ending all the text. Holy crap.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
That's all my commentary for this entire stream, okay? Nice. Obtained dark execution magic. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes. Don't I have that already?
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Sweet. I want the shiny before I talk to you. Oh boy, so glad I picked up a tree branch. Oh, there's another quest here.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
Enter the villager's dream. Oh god, more reading?
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Nier had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried
Those
to take it in.
buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Vice?
As Vice considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed
Perhaps
ferocity.
they are some manner of mirage.
Whew. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Nier nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Nier lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke? He said. No, no joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Nier glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, Nier's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. We are definitely getting closer, said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Nier lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing in the distance. Water! He cried. It's water! Water? Asked Vice. Preposterous. I don't see any water. Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off it. Without waiting for a response, Nier sprang to life and bounded toward the sight. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Nier closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him and chuckled softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things. Nier shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is. I must have missed it. Look, it's right there. Nier sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Nier came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue, shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to Nier and struck him in the face with his cover. Listen here, bitch! Enough, you blithering idiot. Stop this at once. There is no water here. Nir's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Weiss paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the City of Art. Nir looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. They're huge! Cried Nir, completely forgetting the heat and the pain in the past few hours. I've never seen anything so big! Huge fucking knockers, man! Oh my god! Big balls! Probably. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape. I've never seen anything so huge. Oh god. Yeah, huge knockers. You're right. Hilarious. God. A tall rectangle that stretched up toward the sky. That is where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. What kind of city is this? Said Nir. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use. Excuse me. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in a glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Nir and Weiss eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Nir uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. The 3 statues were indistinguishable, except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Nir moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real. The others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. Hey, look at that, said Nir. They're alive. The triplets bowed low before Nir. Please, said Alpha. You have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Nir and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake, you know. I'm the real one. What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta is a fake. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here. Their respective pleas given, the 3 statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. When you consider all the statements, only one of them could be the real thing, said Weiss. Nir furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. Oh, fuck. I think it's Alpha. The real one is Alpha. The eyes of the statues shone with an eerie light. The light grew stronger and stronger until Nir and Weiss were forced to turn away. Oh,
It
did I
would
fuck it up?
seem we failed.
Fuck. Yeah,
We'd best act more carefully next time.
Oh, it kicks us out.
this is the worst job ever.
No.
And another victim.
I figured it looked like you.
Even I...
Oh my god, I gotta go all through that again. Are you
Those
fucking
buildings
kidding
must
me?
be huge. What?
Hap-
I'm skipping it. I ain't reading that out loud again. Fuck that. Fuck that. Come on now. Okay, so it's not Alpha. Is it Gamma? Fuck. Really? Damn it!
It would.
Yeah.
We'd best act.
Damn it.
And then
Dude.
I.
if
Blah 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 blah. Oh boy, I get to do this a third time. Felt so good getting all the riddles right the first try. Fuck up on this one. And of course, my cat decides to take a humongous shit. Thank you, Mina. You stunk up the whole living room. Appreciate it. You're lucky you're cute. Shithead. Big old dump. Stinks. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna itch my foot. Ugh. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. Though Nier's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Weiss nodding at him. If Alpha were telling the truth, Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. Now let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with two statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real. Damn, I wish I could have seen through that. As Weiss finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. Congratulations, villager, said Weiss in a cheerful voice. Time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable Nier pulled him to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Weiss. Have you been to the city before? The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this, but at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Nier, just like the mayor. The vague sense of unease that struck Nier during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too.
Okay, one more. Fucking A. This is the last one, right? Jesus.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sorta creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
1 second, guys. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior! I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely, this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. And possibly I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks... God damn it. Woo! As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to the blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking... Okay, that didn't make sense in my head at first. Who are you? I asked, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss. This is Nier. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Nier extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes to open and see water pulling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Okay. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. I'm assuming that I would have a different option to click after I beat the game and get like different endings and stuff. There was only one option for me to click. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mast, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. God, I'm so tired of reading. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know. Insanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors. Oh, east, south. Let's go south. Always go south. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Oh! West, east, north. What the fuck? North. At the end of the path, the water rises to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I can stand the sight of the water no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses, blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough. Shielding my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. "You dumb best!" shouts Nier. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. Gilmore Vice, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. Oh fuck. Whoops. I died. That kind of sucks. What the hell? Do I have to start that over? Aw, you kidding me? Son of a bitch. But anyways, I was kind of hoping to get that done before I had to stop. I started hella late today, and my daughter is already on her way home, so I do need to stop. I will be back tomorrow. Funky, if you are still here, sir, I am super excited to play our game tomorrow. Is this before you did any of the reading? Oh god, I hope not. I'm gonna check it really quick. Where's this dude at? Oh my god, no! I should have saved it. Fuck. I might just do that on my own time. Oh man. I am gonna try and stream more of this on Saturday whenever I get home from Evelyn's pre-K graduation. So yeah, rip. Oh well, it's fine. Fuck it. But yeah. Damn, it was only an hour. That kind of blows. And good. I'm glad you're hyped for tomorrow, because I'm fucking hyped. I already got it downloaded on my computer. I'm ready to go. But yeah. And I'm sure we'll talk about when we actually start playing that, because I don't know when you actually want to start. But yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna raid anybody because meh, I raided earlier. But yeah, I'm gonna stop. So you guys all have a great evening, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.